Oh man. All right, well, we all right? First question is, who is Davier, right?
So who is Davier? Davier is easily one of the greatest people that I have ever known. He is my best friend. He's my boyfriend. He is somebody who cares so well. I think one of the best things about Davier, besides just the things that he can do, he's great at basically everything that he puts his hands to. Super athletic, super creative, all of these wonderful things. But I think one of the greatest things about him is his heart.
He is, I can say, the best son I've ever had. In case someone thinks I'm favoring, he's my only son. But he is caring, considerate. He gives of himself selflessly, and he's funny. He's creative, probably a little bit of a perfectionist, but it makes him good at everything he does.
Who is Davier? This is a running joke, he is the fruit of my loins. That's who he is. But more seriously, I think he's a extreme hard worker. He's someone that you never want to count out.
He is so caring, he's so kind, he's really sensitive and tender towards people, and is so sacrificial towards them. And so he is somebody who you can always depend on, who you know is going to be there no matter what. If you're having your greatest day, if you're having your worst day, he is so consistent in loving people well.
Which can be infuriating sometimes. Him and his father are like that. It's like, oh, you can do everything well. It's so, I'm like one good thing. But the thing that I appreciate so much about him is he's a family person, and he cares about everybody and his family first. We get the first bits of that.
He has what you call the Mamba mentality. If we were in a basketball game, he would be the one that I would want to take the last shot because he always makes it. That's a life principle. He always wants the ball. He's caring, he's loving, he loves hard, he's sincere, and he has a heart for people. Not just the global definition for people, but he really genuinely cares about people and their well-being.
And so not only that, but he's also really consistent and hardworking in everything that he does, whether it be school, whether it be music, again, whether it be athletics or anything like that. He's super consistent and hardworking. And so I think that's who he is. He is passionate and moves with his heart, but just diligently and thoughtfully. And so he is, again, the greatest person I've ever known. He is the love of my life. And so, that's who Davier is.
He hangs out with us individually. Maybe that's his psychology background. I'm not sure. But he, it's hard to put it in 30 seconds. So I'll just, I might have to do another video and say, and again, I forgot something else. But, he's my heart, and I love him. I wouldn't trade him for the world. And he's one of the best things that have ever happened to me.
He's what I believe a young man should be. He is one of the greatest examples of a man who follows after God's heart, but consistently strives to maintain and to be excellent in every area, every phase of his life. He's a model. He's a leader, but also he's my son. He's a good dude.
It's a good question. I think it's a question that I've spent a lot of time just, I guess, trying to figure out myself, I know there are a lot of things I try to be, and sometimes I think those are good things and bad things. Like I try to be a good person. I try to be somebody who loves God, who loves people. But sometimes I think it has the opposite effect, because sometimes I try to attain things that I can't attain. Like sometimes I try to be perfect, and I can't be perfect, so sometimes that hurts me. But in general, man, I just try to be somebody who others are proud to say that they know me. Like when they talk about me, they say, yeah, Davier's a good guy to be around. And I don't want to change. Like I don't want I don't want a certain group of people to say, you know, Davier is great, but then when you talk to another group of people, they say, well, I don't know about that Davier guy. I want to be consistent, right? So loving God, loving people, and just making people proud, I think, encapsulates who I am as a person. So yeah. Another great question. I think honestly, I think that's something I'm still discovering. Like, one of the biggest people I look to is this guy PJ Morton. You know, he grew up in church. His dad is this well-known pastor, but he just has this desire to also do things other than gospel. Not to say I don't want to do gospel. I think I will. But there are other things I want to talk about, if that makes sense. Like, there are just real life situations that I think need to be communicated through music, right? So as an artist, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I fit in a box. Like, I think I'll pull from a lot of different things, because as a person, like, I'm not singular as a person. You know, I think there's a lot of dexterity to my personality and to who I want to be, and I think that'll be seen in my music as well. I'm inspired by a lot of people. I mean, over here you see my guy Kobe. I think for me, just Kobe's mentality. I was born '99, right? So I didn't see MJ play. So in a lot of ways, Kobe was my Michael Jordan. So like I was able to watch him play, his mentality of just him seeing a goal and not letting anything get in his way. You know, so I think his mentality inspires me. To my left, got MJ, who to me is the GOAT. Like, there's no touching him. I remember being 8, 9, 10 years old when your house only had one computer, growing up in Philly, and you just had that one desktop. Every day I would come downstairs, go to YouTube, and just watch Michael Jackson videos, like, for hours, like trying to imitate him, trying to be like him. I think just his sincerity in his music, and just his creativity, and also I feel like he's a rare artist who makes music for everybody. Like, I think one of the things I've always pictured for myself as an artist is, like, I've always said you can listen to my music in the womb and, like, on your deathbed. Like, you know how moms, like, take their headphones and put it on their belly. It's like, yeah, I want my baby to listen to this. Like, I want babies in the womb to be able to listen to my music, but at the same time, I want Pop, you know, to say, when I die, I want you to play that Davier song, you know, because that's a song, you know, I just always love. So yeah, those are definitely two. Who else inspires me? PJ Morton, I mentioned him, just his versatility in his music. Justin Bieber is another one. I just appreciate his vulnerability in his music. I think for him, he's someone who's just developed over time. So I really do appreciate him. But probably more than anything, man, my dad inspires me just to be everything that I want to be. You know, I see a lot of myself in him. So a lot of the things that I do are just because I've been watching him for so long. So I think that was like 5 people, you know. So yeah, I think that's good. You know, music is like that girl that you've had a crush on since you was in kindergarten, but she was always the most popular, she was always the prettiest, and you never thought that she would pay you any mind. And I think for me, like, that's what music has been. It's like I've seen her from afar, and I'm like, yo, she bad. Like me and her together would be a little dangerous. But I think the boldness to pursue her and to ask her out and to take her on a date and to court her, I don't think that was always there for me. Honestly, I mean, I would say in these last 2, 3, 4 months is really when I was just like, hey, who cares? Like, I like you. Do you like me back? And I think right now I'm starting to figure out that she likes me a little bit, you know. So yeah, it's been a journey. Like, it's if you can relate, like that girl, that guy that you've always liked, and when you finally got the courage to act in those feelings, how that felt. That's been my relationship with music. It's been a beautiful journey. I think my decision to do a YouTube channel, I think there are a small group of people who actually know me. Like, I think I'm someone who over the years is just very selective with who I allow in my circle. So it's a small tight circle, so few people actually know like my day-to-day, like what goes on, what my dreams are, things I want to pursue, what inspires me, and things like that. And I just felt like it was important for more people to hear like my story and like what I go through. Because I think I have we'll talk about it, later on, but I think I have a story that's just so inspiring, right? And I think it would be selfish of me to keep that to my friends and family. Like, so I think this is me trying to exercise some selflessness and sharing myself with all of you. So yeah, I think that sums it up. It's just I want to be able to inspire more people, to inspire others, just through my story, through the things I've gone through, so people can see the journey. Like I'm really obsessed with like this word process and journey. I think about math class and how we will always get in trouble for not showing our work. Like there would be an answer, or rather a question, and we would just give the answer. And when I think about like why teachers were so adamant about showing your work, they want you to show the journey. They know how important the process and journey is when you have a question and you get to the answer. Because if you only pose the answer to the question, it's like you can't get anything from that. Like people have no idea how you got there. So yeah, I'm gonna show y'all the question, and I've kind of gotten to the answer. So I think the YouTube channel is just me kind of bringing you along and showing you my work. So.